What's up, Buckle Up Podcast Universe fam? With Brandon Rush, Mom Rush. Once again, this is Buckle Up Podcast Universe. My mom was so sweet. She made this shirt. Such a sweetheart making that for us. I just want to show you guys the number of what we're at right now. That's 10,411,114. Anyway, you know what it is. 10.4 million. We're getting it done at the Buckle Up Podcast. A lot of people sometimes want to put you in a box and say you can't get things done, but I am a firm believer that if someone tries to put me in a box, one, I'll prove to myself that I can get it done, and then two, they'll just find out when I'm going through the process of getting it done that, damn, I guess that Brandon Rush kid really was who he said he was. So I thank God, because God's on my side. He owns it all. And that's why we've been making such a huge difference and a huge impact. The reason I am looking down is because I want to make sure that I can show you guys some of these other numbers here, because we're going to do standing down. We did sitting down and we did standing up as well. But it's important to me that you all see our numbers, is because numbers is what matters in business, especially my movie business. Okay, here we go. This works way better. The phone is greasy. That is the problem, because my hands are probably got grease on them. United States, we have, I'm trying to get that light to work properly. It doesn't want to work like I want it to work. So I already did the numbers anyway. But we have 40.9% of people in the United States are tuning in on Instagram. In India, we have 11.5%. United Kingdom, we have 7.1%. And in Canada, we have 3.2%. I don't want to block my mom, because that is my mom over there in that photo. And she was so kind enough to make the merchandise shirt. That's those numbers for that. On Instagram, this is my whole entire row of 1 millions, all above 1 million, 1.3. That was my shirt for Betty White. This is when we had the lovely Daniela and Yasmin on from Brazil. That has, 1.1. I think this is Josh over here at 1 million. Power Book 2 Ghost, when we did that, we have over 1 million. And then Josh from Casting Associate Josh we had on here, he has over 1 million as well. We have a whole entire row of 8 million views, which we continue to go viral. These are numbers of the people tuning in, the age groups. You can see them right there. I'm going to have to redo this. But ages 25 to 34 is 40.8% of people on Instagram are tuning in. Ages 18 to 24 is 22.3%. Ages 35 to 44 is 21.6%. And ages 45 to 54 is 6.8%. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? That means that our show is global. That means that people around the world are tuning in. That means that we get it done. The Buckle Up Podcast Universe, Brandon Rush and Mama Rush is here to stay. We aren't in a box. We're above that box, because we have something that relates to everyone around the world. And 57% of men are tuning in, and 43% of women are tuning in. Why? Because we get the job done, and because we tell the story of everyday people, because we are all about the everyday people. And it's been a blessing what we're doing so far, I think. And we've been blessed to have guests from all walks of life on this show. As I said, this is not only just impacting people's lives, it's also, it's blessing us as well. I am in constant meetings with agents in the United Kingdom that I'm looking to bring onto this team, because I've been blessed to work in 77 TV shows and movies, if you all aren't aware of that. But I've worked in 77 TV shows and movies all around the United States. New York, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Miami, Mexico, which is obviously not the United States, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Virginia, South Carolina, San Jose, California, Miami, New Orleans, Atlanta. I've been very blessed to work all over these places, and I am looking to expand that to United Kingdom, because I know that I have something to offer there, and I'm excited that these agents have all been taking these meetings back and forth. We've been going via Zoom, talking with them, and then I'm also going to branch down to South Africa as well, and Australia, because I love working internationally. At least I would like to, because we have something that is there to offer. So yeah, it's been great. I love expanding. I feel like you can always continue to grow. I always love working in the United States, but I think working domestically and internationally is a great route that me, actor Brandon Rush, will be doing in the very near, immediate future, since I'm already auditioning for a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's been a blessing having all these people on. I was just thinking about how I was thinking about my dad, when my dad passed of pancreatic cancer, how Senator Tim Kaine came back for his wake, to speak at his wake. My dad was the Deputy Secretary of Commerce and Trade. My dad's name was David Nathaniel Smith, and he was the Deputy Secretary of Commerce and Trade for Virginia. And Senator Kaine came and talked at my dad's wake. He stopped this whole entire procession to come back and speak with my dad, because my dad was, when he was the governor, Tim Kaine, my dad was the Deputy Secretary of Commerce and Trade under Senator Kaine. And I'm looking forward to having Senator Kaine on here, who I appreciate so much, because that says a lot about his character by coming back to speak at my dad's funeral. So he always, Senator Tim Kaine, always has a home here because my whole entire family loves him. I love him. He even wrote a personal letter to my brother and me, about how much my dad meant to him. An official government signed document, everything, which says the world to me, and gave me the pin that he even wrote it on. It's officially recognized, a government seal and everything. So I'm looking forward to having Senator Kaine on here, Senator Tim Kaine to be specifically. But yeah, we're getting it done. As I said, I love my mom. My mom's so sweet. She was secretly putting together a merchandise shirt in the back. I mean, I love my mom, and I just want to talk about how when I told her that what I was trying to do with this show, she immediately said, I had your back. I was just waiting for you to ask. And that means the world to me, that she has just, all the guests love my mom. She is the heart and beat and soul of this show. She always asks the great questions. She lets guests feel like they're talking to their own mom. Everybody that's been on the show, because a lot of people were scared to come on just because they're, there's stage fright for a lot of them. But they have been able to talk to my mom. My mom makes everyone feel right at home. So I'm just so blessed to be able to have my mom on the show working with me. I know that if my dad was still alive, that he would be on here right with me too, because he was a special man, and his voice, man. I say if my voice ever drops to his tone, because he sounded like James Earl Jones, it is game over if my voice ever gets to his. But sometimes when I put on the acting voice, I do talk a little bit deeper because it makes it more central. Yeah. But yeah, so oh, my nephew Mason, man, I love my nephew Mason. He said, Uncle B, I'll help you out with the show. I'll do it for Grandpa, or he called him Pops. So our first episode that went viral is Mason came on there, and he rolled with his Uncle B, because he said he wanted to work with me in the movies, and he did it for his pops, which is my dad, David N. Smith. That touches my heart that he rolled with me on that. Sorry, it gets me a little bit emotional thinking about it, but it just means the world to me that he was willing to back up his Uncle B, back up his grandma, and then ride for his pops, my dad. So yeah, but yeah, we're getting it done. I said we are making a difference. I believe that we are impacting lives. We're doing what my dad was always good at, bringing people from all different walks of life, and I think I've been good at that in my lifetime too. I know so many people from so many different backgrounds and walks of life, just like my dad did. That's just been what has made this show so special, because we have people of different backgrounds, creeds, religious background, whatever, literally everything, because we don't discriminate here. There's zero discrimination or prejudice here. And so I think that's what makes it special, because it's all the people throughout the world that make this world a better place. And so that's made all the difference in my lifetime. I literally know people from every single background, and I'd almost say almost every single country. Yeah, I'm excited to where this will continue to go. I'm excited for what we are doing, and it's going to continue to be a blessing, I hope. And so you all have a wonderful day. Once again, I am Brandon Rush, and this is the Buckle Up Podcast Universe 10-minute show. Actually, it's a little bit longer than 10-minute show. This is more of me just giving some background on some things. But yeah. All right, thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.